And now can we open up public hearing at 8:01 p.m.? Ready?
Yes.
This is in regarding petition number 2016-17, request to rezone from an R1 single family to an R3 multifamily zone district at 9711 and 9713 Melvina. Para Builder, Para, is that how you pronounce it? Para Builders petitioner. Stand up and make a presentation, sir. And your names and addresses, please. Sorry, 1 second, sir. Do you want to move around or space here if you want to see the people in the back behind the signs? Do you want to see it? Sir? In the back?
What did you want me to do?
No. The people. The
This
audience.
group, yeah.
Do you want to sit there so you can see? Do you want to move over? Sorry.
Hundred para.
Hang on 1 second. Sorry. Wait till everyone sees it, please. I'm sorry, the gentleman in the blue, what is your name first?
My name is Joe Kuklinski. I'm with Century 21, affiliated. Henry, I'm his real estate agent. I've been his agent for about 20 years. He has a hard time making the presentation. He asked me to make the presentation for this particular petition. The petitioner is Para.
Sorry, are you on the,
Are you on the Architectural Review Committee?
Yes, I am.
Unfortunately, under our Code of Ethics for the village, you cannot present this evening. There is an ordinance in effect for this village stating that no committee member, appointed or agent or employee of the village can present or seek to influence another board in the village, and therefore you're disqualified from presenting in this matter.
Okay, can I just make a comment then? Can we let the petition speak for itself?
That would be up to the petitioner who signed the petition. If there's a,
Well, I'm going to translate. He's just asking the
Sir.
same.
no, you can't, by the
sir,
ethics
I'm
code,
sorry,
you can't.
pursuant to our ethics code, you're not allowed to present to this board.
You have to recuse yourself, so you have to sit
Okay, I'm
down.
going to recuse myself, and I guess if you have any questions, please ask.
Can they still discuss, can the commission discuss and vote on the petition still? I mean, based on the documents submitted and the easel? If the petitioner would like to do that?
If the petitioner would like to do that, however, I mean, the petition was drafted and signed by Mr. Parr. I imagine that's who signed this petition, so if he wants to proceed with it or if he wants to withdraw his petition, that would be on him. Is there a language barrier?
There is a language barrier. If that's the
Would you
case,
like
and
to?
I can't present it, maybe we should postpone it until next time.
Bad planning, huh?
How many members come in for the presentation?
It's already been postponed. Second time, come on. Yeah, get going.
Yeah. You're putting our lives on hold.
Okay, well, we can discuss the petition. Mr. Perry, you can't talk at all?
Probably answer a couple of questions. He speaks a language. If you try asking him questions.
Can your, sorry, I forgot your name again? Mr.
Kuklinski, Joe.
Kuklinski, legal counsel, can the petitioner speak to his translator away from the microphone and while he responds to questions from the...
No.
Okay.
No.
But we can, but the commission can discuss it tonight.
The commission can discuss it.
Can we
tonight,
discuss
yes.
it and vote then on it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Parity, I'm sorry, Mr. Your last name, I'm sorry, I don't pronounce it. In the blue, I'm sorry.
Joe Kuklinski.
Okay, Mr. Plensky, then you have to sit down, I'm sorry. I guess, Mr. Hara, if you have anything to try to describe what you're trying to build on Melvina here?
I wanted for 2-3 flats to bring me change for a zone. Yeah. I wanted to, bring me, okay, I'm good to single.
I guess we could talk amongst ourselves then. Mr. Dubig, any comments about the petition in front of us?
Yeah, my comment is that we've seen a number of residents here that have signed a
Petition.
petition, yeah, rezoning.
They don't want it.
Yeah, quite a few. And after just eyeballing the area, eyeballing the property myself, I tend to agree with the number of residents here that have not in favor of this property. So, without, and then it started out as a two flats, and then it went to 2-3 flats, number of parking spaces and so on. It's a little disheveled as far as I'm concerned.
Anything else about that?
No.
Commissioner Kuznarek?
Did, I thought when you just said that if you don't get the 3 flats, you'll put single family, if it doesn't get approved? I thought that's what you said.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody heard that.
Yes, I do.
I thought I heard that.
Yes.
So you would, if it's not approved
Speak
for
Polish?
3
You could- you want- you want
multifamily,
help?
would you put
Can you-
smaller
Yeah,
houses? You would.
Never had them before. Do you have to?
Right. How many houses would fit there?
Legal counsel.
Okay, well, hang on. If you're saying you could put 2 single-family homes there?
That's what I understood. He said the first time if he doesn't get approved for the 3 flats, he would be considered to put single family.
Right.
Maybe so, yes.
And there's enough frontage in the front, right? It's 110 arena in the front, so you have enough frontage because it's 50 feet, so it would be 55.
81 is 61 is 50.
Right.
61 and 50?
Yeah, 60.
Okay.
So
For the north side.
can you
South
probably
side.
split them and make them equal?
Right. Okay, Commissioner Zoomheim?
Well, I think the code is very clear in, let's see, section 2-1-8-3, where it says the Planning and Development Commission shall not recommend the adoption of a proposed amendment or variation unless it finds that the adoption of the amendment or variation is in the public interest and not solely in the interest of the petitioner. I don't see any positive public interest here. I don't have any other questions other than that comment.
Mr. Eve?
Listen, when I went through the area again, I mean, around the corner towards South this highway, there's some condominiums. I kind of looked at condominiums a little different than apartments. It seems like a pretty nice, clean residential area, single-family homes. And, you know, I think we should keep that status quo there, and it should be okay.
Commissioner Pember?
No comments. I read through the variance and it said it was a neighborhood of transition. When I drive through the neighborhood and go over and walk around, I don't see transitioning. I see new single-family homes being built, you know. So I don't see it as the application being very accurate about neighborhood of transition. So
I think, if I could, I mean, the way that I kind of read that is that it's a neighborhood that transitions from, there's churches, there's some, on the other side of the alley, there's businesses. So from that's how I kind of read it, as in transition from the neighborhood to the back of it, so, but I think he was accurate from that
There's
perspective.
a commercial on Southwest Highway, but
Right.
the other side of Southwest Highway is residential.
Right.
The church is a special use, it's still.
Right, no, I mean, as far as, there's different functionality in the area, so that's all. So I didn't take it as trying to be unclear.
But it also made reference, this would be the best use for the property, and I think that's very debatable, what is the best use for the property. So I have no comments.
I just have a quick question for staff mainly. It says, for the impervious, when somebody does build a three-flat, that there's no 50% impervious land?
It's only the way that ordinance is drafted is for R1 zone.
Okay.
So,
There's nothing for multi-unit structures with that?
well, they still have to follow the MWRD watershed management ordinance, which is the Cook County watershed management ordinance. The impervious is something we added that's above and beyond that for the single-family homes.
That's all I have. Is there any questions from the audience? You're
I
ready?
have a
Yes, ma'am.
statement, but I think you pretty covered it, but I'd like to.
Could you state, I'm sorry, you have to state your name and address, I'm sorry.
Sure. I'm gonna read from my notes. My name is Mary Nevins. I live at 6137 West 97th Street. I live in a house right next door to the church. And our property backs up to the 9711, 9713 Melvina property. We've lived in that house for 31 years, by the way. First, I'd like to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to voice our opinion regarding this rezoning proposal. And we submitted the petition. Obviously, you have it because Mr. Duke has mentioned it. And there's 94 signatures on that petition. And I just wanted you to know that every signature on the petition is from the immediate area. We didn't scrounge around and go to Cicero and 91st Street. It's everybody from that immediate area. Also, if you notice that every single homeowner in those two blocks that are most affected, the 6100 block 97th Street and the 9700 block Melvina, they signed the petition. And they also posted yard signs. So if you look at the reasons that we proposed the rezoning, they're going to be located in the middle of a residential block of single-family homes. And the residents living on the west side of Melvina invested in single-family homes in the state of single-family neighborhood. This is pretty much all that you guys have already mentioned, but I just wanted to go over it to make sure that we all agree. And they don't really want to look out their living room windows at 3+ story buildings. And as someone else mentioned, our neighborhood does support many multifamily properties, but they're limited really to the major streets that surround our little triangle neighborhood. There's no multifamily units in this neighborhood in the middle of any block. Secondly, rezoning this R3 property, or this property to R3 and constructing 2 3-flats, or for that matter, any multifamily units in the middle of the block will significantly lower the property values of the surrounding single-family homes and make them more difficult to sell. Spot zoning this R1 residential property to R3 multifamily use. As we said, it's not really in the best and highest use of the land as it aligns with the vision of the community and the village. Again, the mixed-use development area, there's one small Lutheran church on the corner in our neighborhood. That really doesn't constitute a mixed-use development area. The businesses, like was mentioned, are on Southwest Highway. They're not in our neighborhood. If you allow the spot zoning in R3 in the middle of the R1, it allows that to happen on other blocks in F1 in the middle of single-family homes. So if you allow this one, it could conceivably happen someplace else, and then how would you deny that petition? There's already a significant amount of traffic on 97th and Melvina. People use it as a shortcut to Chicago Ridge Mall, and it's the only north and south street, Melvina, through our neighborhoods, so there's already a lot of traffic. So if you put two 3-unit buildings with basements, that's 8 families living on the same property where there was only one small home before. So instead of 1 to 2 vehicles, there'll be 12 to 16 vehicles, which will regularly increase traffic on 97th and Melvina on a daily basis. And of course, we have many young children in the neighborhood, and they use 97th Street to walk to and from Columbus Manor School. So in conclusion, we would like you to vote against this rezoning proposition because we don't want to see our homes devalued. We've all purchased single-family homes in a single-family neighborhood, and we want it to stay a single-family neighborhood. We'd like to see this property developed with 2 single-family homes. This was the original intent of the master plan. We don't really want an increase in traffic on 97th Street in Melvina, and allowing R3 spot zoning in the middle of a block will allow that same thing to happen on other R1 blocks in Oak Lawn. And we feel that it's in complete disregard for the best and highest use of the land as aligns with the vision of the community village board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Yes, sir? Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I saw the gentleman behind me.
I just have a few short remarks. My name is Edward Neves. My address is 6108 West 97th Street, apartment 2E. I am the president of Faith Lutheran Church at 9701 South Melvina Avenue. Our church parking lot is adjacent to the property in question. As a representative of the church, I will remain neutral. I am not in favor of or opposed to the petitioner's request. What I am concerned about, though, is parking. I'm afraid there will not be sufficient parking if this project is approved. Tenants and their guests may be very tempted to use our parking spaces. I am opposed to that. We use our parking lot frequently, not just on Sunday mornings. I do not want individuals using our parking spaces unless they are there for church-related activities. Having said that, we are a very friendly church. We have a wonderful pastor. Whoever moves into the property in question, we will reach out to in Christian love because the Lord commands us to. We just do not want our parking lot being used. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, sir. Sir, do you want to say something? I'm sorry.
My name is Mel Calzaretta, 9708 South Melvina. I live directly across the street from this property. And can you define R3? Residential.
The R3 zoning is multifamily. There's an R2, which is also, it's sort of graduated. R1 is single family.
I understand.
And I'm not sure, I mean, it's a long ordinance. It means multifamily, so it could be.
All right, so
it could be
if it was a condo, that would be considered multifamily. But an apartment building, technically, is a business.
Well, it's, according to the zoning ordinance, it's considered multifamily, but I understand what the point you're trying to make.
And the other thing is the green. Village, I watched the village meeting, they're always talking about green spaces between the building, the parking lot, and the driveway. You're gonna lose a lot of green space. That's the only comment I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else from the audience that have anything to say? Do you have any, Mr. Perry, any response to anything? No? All right, well, thank you for coming and sharing your petitions. I think what you stated earlier with the neighborhood seems to suggest if you would build 2 single-family homes, that they would be all in favor of that. So, can we close the public hearing? No one from the audience wants to say anything else? Yes? Mr. Strike? Commissioner Strike?
Trustee.
Trustee, sorry.
Thank you, Commissioners. My name is Bob Stride. I live at 9610 West Shore Drive. I am the trustee in District 3. First of all, it's nice to see so many residents that are here tonight that are speaking on behalf of preserving their residential neighborhood as residential. So it is, as I think that many of the residents have spoken very articulately, defining reasons why it should remain at R1. Certainly, it is zoned R1 currently. There was a home on that lot before it was subdivided, just a single-family home. As Mel stated, he lives across the street. The Venvos live across the street. Those are homes. It's surrounded by homes, other than the church next door. And Mr. Neves doesn't appear to really support the, even though he says he doesn't have a position.
I'm concerned about parking.
He's concerned about parking. So we wouldn't have this issue if there were two homes built there. I think the petitioner did state clear enough for us to understand that if this is denied, that he will build two single-family homes there. And that is, somebody had mentioned that there's the new development in the area is nice single-family homes. And that's something that we'd like to see more of. That neighborhood, that entire neighborhood between, let's say, the triangle between Southwest Highway 95th and Ridgeland. Over the years, that was at one time that was Columbus Manor, before it was annexed into Oak Lawn, and we've seen tremendous improvements and development of these multi-family buildings on these lots would not be an improvement to the area, but the two single-family homes would be. So I would urge the commission to please reject the petition and encourage this developer to put two homes there, and we'll all go home happy.
Thank you. Close the public hearing at 8:24 p.m. Do the commissioners have anything to say? I'm sorry.
I said, what's the width? I can see that.
It says 110 in front.
So it's 110?
Right, the way I'm reading it, right, Jack? Is it 110 in front?
It's the total.
I thought it was 50 and 50, but I could be mistaken.
60 and 50. 110.
110, okay.
There's enough room
It's
for...
not like, yes, 60, south is 50.
Okay.
South is 50 and the other one is 60.
270, there's one size, another size 240.
270 and 240 in width and depth. Okay, got it.
So you can understand, you could build two homes in there with all our code and comply with everything, right?
I'm good for single way, no.
Okay.
I was just seeing if it was wider, it was 120, if he can get it free, the smaller houses.
It's 110.
Yeah, so we could.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
So what is the desire of the commission regarding, I'm sorry.
One quick comment, go back, I think it was to the last meeting of the meeting before, where we talked about some spot zoning issues, and we reversed our R3 to an R1 rating to get R1s in the neighborhoods we want to have, so I think this would kind of go in the face of that if all of a sudden we turn R1s into R3, so for consistency's sake, which is the idea of this residential area, I think R1 is a position we want to take.
Thank you. I'm sorry, anybody else? One last thing, anything?
I'm wondering if Para Builders would consider withdrawing their petition entirely and based on.
I think we should take on a vote on it, and then if we deny it, then they can put it in front of us again.
All right.
Okay, so what is the desire of the board concerning petition number 2016-17, request to rezone from an R1 single family to an R3 multifamily Zone District at 9711 and 9713 Melvina Avenue, Para Builders petitioner.
I'd like to make a motion to deny the petition.
From Mr. Egan, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Zumhagen. Any further discussion? No? Okay, Dee, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Zumhagen?
No. I mean,
You say yes.
yes.
Reverse.
Commissioner Duhigg?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Yes.
Commissioner Kuchnera?
Yes.
Commissioner Pembroke?
Yes.
Commissioner Lundy.
Yes.
Motion to deny passes.
Okay. The motion passes to deny, but there's also an appeal process, but it seems you want to do more single families, but I'm supposed to read it to you. A petitioner has the right to appeal if his petition has been denied by the Planning and Development Commission. The petition shall submit a letter no later than 30 days after his petition has been denied by the Planning and Development Commission to the village clerk and a copy to the Department of Community Development and Growth Management. Okay? All right.